Welcome, dear MA Final English Literature students. I take great pleasure in welcoming you to the session 2020-21. Well, it is really unfortunate that because of the coronavirus crisis, perhaps we shall not be having face-to-face interactions. That is, we shall not be meeting physically in the class, but at least we can be in touch online and I can share some content for your help and for you to study your MA final papers. Today I would like to tell you that I am sharing a small discussion about the dramatic monologue. The sixth paper, that is 19th century literature of MA Final English, is primarily based on the Victorian age. A very important feature of the Victorian age was the dramatic monologue, which poets used as a form of expression, and they tried to familiarize us, that is the readers, with the trends of the Victorian age. Now, the dramatic monologue that I am taking up today is that of Lord Alfred Tennyson's Ulysses. But I will be dividing this discussion in three parts, and before we take up the discussion of Lord Alfred Tennyson's Ulysses, let us briefly understand what a dramatic monologue is. Now, first, let us break this phrase and understand the meaning of the dramatic monologue. In this phrase, the dramatic monologue, there is the word drama, the word mono, and the word logue. So, MA final students should know that the word dramatic means something that catches our attention or is striking. So, when there is an incident or a big episode that is being narrated by a speaker, you find that if it has dramatic elements, then you will find it very interesting, and you will find it because it is eye-catching, ear-catching, and so it is interesting. Mono means one or single. So we can understand that there is a single speaker or one speaker in the poem who is speaking something in a dramatic way. And logue, it originally comes from the word logos, which means a speech of a special kind. So putting all these three words together, we can say that the dramatic monologue is a dramatic speech of a special kind. Now, what are the important features of a dramatic monologue? If you remember these bullets or these hints that I am showing you in this slide, you can easily develop your short answer question or a short note on the dramatic monologue. Please listen carefully and see the bullets on this slide. The first important feature of a dramatic monologue is that there is always one speaker. This speaker is talking to another person who is the listener. Remember that the listener in the dramatic monologue does not respond or speak, so we can say that the reader is the implied listener. If you remember the poem by Robert Browning, My Last Duchess, in your undergraduate classes, you would remember that there was one speaker and he was talking about his duchess whom in the end we find out that he had killed. So, the Duke is the main speaker. He is the only mono or one or single speaker, and the listener is us, the readers. So, there is always one speaker. The speaker is talking to another person who is the listener, and the listener in the dramatic monologue does not respond or speak. So we can say that the reader is the implied listener. The second important feature is the reader or the audience, that is us as readers or us as the audience of the dramatic monologue, view the conversation and learn about the speaker's personality. Now we came to know so many things about the Duke when we read Browning's monologue, My Last Duchess. So we get to know a lot about the speaker's personality through the language that he uses and also through the content of his speech or monologue. We shall be there are 5 monologues prescribed in your course, and those 5 monologues are Ulysses and Tithonus by Lord Tennyson, and 3 monologues by Robert Browning, the Grammarian's Funeral, Porphyria's Lover, and Andrea del Sarto. So it is reasonable that we know the specific features of the dramatic monologue. The fourth important feature of a dramatic monologue is that it is often set at an important stage of the speaker's life. There has been some crisis in the life of the speaker, and now when the crisis is about to reach its end, that is the time when the speaker shares his experience and his actions with us, the action that he is about to take with us, the readers or the silent listeners. So, the monologue is often set at an important stage of the speaker's life and is often linked to an important event that has taken place. The speaker in the dramatic monologue unknowingly reveals his personality. Let me take you back again to My Last Duchess by Browning, because you have read that in your undergraduate class. And what did we come to know about the single speaker in that dramatic monologue? We came to know that he was a murderer, without his knowing that we as listeners are aware of this fact. So, the speaker in the dramatic monologue unknowingly reveals his personality to the readers as he is unaware that he is being judged by the reader or the audience. The speaker uses an argumentative tone or seems to be reflecting or clarifying his position. The speaker, when he is narrating an event or an incident about his life or the action that he has taken, we get the feeling that he is clarifying his position as if he is innocent and his action was justified. So these are the important features of a dramatic monologue. Now, listening to all this information, let us write or understand the definition in a very concise way. A dramatic monologue is a poem in the form of a speech or a narrative by an imaginary person, in which the speaker reveals important qualities of her personality while describing a particular situation or an event. So today you have come to recognize the important features of a dramatic monologue. Keeping all these features in mind, in my next discussion of Ulysses Part 2, I will give you a brief summary of Ulysses, and we shall identify the specific features of Ulysses as a dramatic monologue. Keep watching. Thank you.